All right, let's dive into a pretty incredible story. One about ambition, failure, and, maybe a little bit of redemption. And it all happens a quarter of a million miles from home. This is the story of Athena, and it's a tale written in the fine, unforgiving dust of the moon.
So let's start with a big question, one that really gets to the heart of this new era of space exploration. What does it actually take for a private company to stick a landing on the moon? I mean, this used to be the domain of superpowers, right? We're going to follow a hypothetical mission to see just how complicated the answer really is.
And let me tell you, the answer is a lot more than just pure rocket science. It's about dealing with massive risks, pushing technology to its absolute limits, and, this is the big one, learning how to handle failure.
Because for these new pioneers, success isn't just about that one perfect, glorious landing. Nope, it's really about learning how to fall and then how to get back up, but smarter. So let's see exactly how that plays out.
Okay, so our story kicks off in the middle of a totally new kind of space race. And you gotta understand, this isn't your granddad's space race. We're not just talking about flags and footprints like the Apollo days. This is about building an actual economy, a real permanent presence on the moon. And right at the heart of all this is a NASA program called CLPS, which stands for Commercial Lunar Payload Services. The idea is actually pretty simple. NASA basically pays private companies, like the real-life Intuitive Machines, to deliver its science gear to the moon. Think of it like a cosmic FedEx, designed to kickstart a whole new lunar economy. And this is where our hero, well, our hypothetical hero comes in. We're going to call her Athena. And in our story, Athena is built for one thing: redemption. Her whole mission is to prove that a private company can nail a perfect landing and stand shoulder to shoulder with the big national space agencies. But look, to really get Athena, you have to understand the mission that came before her. You've got to understand the fall that, in a way, taught her entire team how to fly. So in our story, Athena's design comes directly from the lessons learned from her predecessor, Odysseus. Back in February 2024, Odysseus made history, right? It became the very first private craft to actually touch the moon. But it was a rough landing. A navigation mix-up and a faulty sensor meant it tipped right over. But even on its side, it sent back some data. It proved that a private landing could be done. It was a stumble, for sure, but a really, really important one. So the engineering team basically went down a checklist of everything that went wrong. Odysseus had one laser altimeter. Okay, Athena gets redundant sensors, just in case. The legs were a bit weak. Let's reinforce them. The landing software was too basic. Let's rewrite the whole thing to be smarter, more autonomous. Literally every single mistake was turned into a direct upgrade. There's this great quote from one of the engineers that I think just says it all. We don't fall, we test gravity. I mean, how perfect is that? It just perfectly captures the mindset you need for this stuff. It's not about trying to never fail. It's about seeing every single setback as just another piece of data on your way to getting it right. So, with all those hard-won lessons baked right into her design, Athena's mission began. And this time, you could just feel it. Everything was different. There was this quiet confidence in the air as the countdown clock started ticking. And the trip there? Man, it was flawless. Just a picture-perfect launch into the Florida night. Then, on the way to the moon, 3 course corrections, all executed perfectly. And then, the big one, slipping into lunar orbit, went off without a hitch. Every system checked out, every signal was loud and clear. It really started to feel like success was inevitable. But you know how it goes. Space is never that simple. And the moon is especially unforgiving. There was this old superstition floating around the engineering team, kind of like a whispered warning that the lunar dust, the regolith, is this invisible enemy, and that it always, always takes its revenge. And then it was here. March 6th, 2025. Everything, all the upgrades, all the painful lessons learned, it all came down to these last few minutes. Athena is now just 1 kilometer above the surface. I mean, you can practically taste it. So close. The final braking burn is about to start. On the screens, everything is still green. Everything looks perfect. And then, there it is. The call comes over the comms. An error. The laser altimeter, the brand new redundant one, is getting confused. Light is scattering off the edge of a crater, and it's feeding the computer garbage data.
The lander thinks it's way higher than it actually is. In a weird way, the curse of the dust had come true. And because of that one piece of bad data, the landing engines fired just a couple of seconds too late. It wasn't enough. The landing was hard, way harder than planned. Athena hit the surface, bounced once, and then tipped over. Impact. And then, just silence. For a few absolutely agonizing moments, nothing. The line from the moon went dead, and you can just imagine in mission control, everyone is thinking the exact same thing. Is that it? Is she gone for good? But then, a flicker. A tiny, weak signal appears on the screen. Athena was down for sure, but she wasn't out. And in her final hours, lying there on her side in the lunar dust, she started to do her job. She started sending back science, right from the edge of silence. And what she managed to do from her new home in the dust is just incredible. The Prime 1 drill actually activated and started sampling the surface. The little micronova hopper detached and did these short, amazing jumps in low gravity. An experimental 4G system from Nokia? It actually sent the first ever cell signal on the moon. So yeah, the landing was a failure, but the mission itself was just packed with these amazing successes. Eventually, of course, Athena's batteries faded. She went silent for good, becoming a new permanent monument on the lunar surface. But her mission? Oh, that wasn't over. Her legacy was really just beginning, a legacy written in the very dust that brought her down. And the company's official statement, I think, just captures this spirit perfectly. Mission complete. Data received. We will return. I mean, listen to that. There is zero hint of defeat in those words. It's just a statement of fact. We got the data we needed, and that last part is a clear promise. We're not done here. But maybe one of the engineers really said it best. If Athena fell, it means she tried to stand. And that's it right there. The failure isn't the real story. The real story is that they had the guts to even try to stand on another world in the first place. That was the whole point. So in the end, missions just like this one, both the real ones and our hypothetical Athena, they're changing what the moon is to us. It's not just a pretty light in the sky anymore. It's a proving ground, a really tough but absolutely essential one. It's where this new generation of space explorers is learning, yeah, sometimes the hard way, how to build a future out there. You could say Athena stumbled so that the next lander has a better chance to walk. And that just leaves us with one final thought. Who's going to be next to stand?
Thank you for watching. We put our heart into creating content that inspires, surprises, and helps you see familiar things from a new perspective. If you enjoyed this video, support us with one simple action. Leave a like, thumbs up, and subscribe. It's the best way to show your interest, and it helps us grow, make new videos, and share even more unique stories, ideas, and discoveries with you. Your feedback isn't just numbers under a video. It's what motivates us to keep going. We truly value your time and do our best to make every minute you spend on this channel something more than just watching, something memorable and meaningful. There's much more ahead. Fascinating episodes, fresh research, unusual discoveries, and real stories from the edge of science and imagination. Don't forget to turn on the bell so you'll be the first to know when a new video drops. Thank you for being here with us. See you in the next one. It's going to be an exciting journey.